Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. We are from Group 7. My name is Muhammad Kahfa Akil Mirza and I'm here with Rain, Narek and Sami. And together we're gonna presentate about our Elbg midterm presentation. Flooding is a major and ongoing problem in Indonesia, caused by environmental and infrastructure challenges. In Bandung, floods happen almost every year, especially in areas like Dayakolot and Balinda. The city's tropical climate, fast urban growth, and limited drainage system make it easier for floods to occur. As one of Indonesia's largest and most crowded cities, Bandung is highly at risk. Its location in a basin surrounded by mountains, along with heavy rainfall and rapid urban development, increase the chance of floods. These floods disrupt daily life, damage homes and infrastructure, and also harm health and local economy. With the city's continued growth, finding active ways to reduce floods risk has become even more urgent.
Now let's talk about the root causes. Flooding in Bandung mainly affects the southern areas like Balinda, Majalaya, Gedebage, and Ciparai due to the city's basin topography and proximity to the Citarum River. The key causes include rapid urbanization, replacing green spaces, poor drainage systems, and land subsidence from over-extraction of groundwater. Combined with intense rainfall, climate change, and unplanned settlements along the riverbanks, these factors make Bandung highly vulnerable to recurring floods.
So our problem statement will be formulated as followed. It's how might we support local government and residents in Bandung's flood-prone urban settlements to reduce the impact of recurring floods by enabling sustainable urban planning, better infrastructure, and early warning systems, so that in that way disaster damage, housing flows, and economic disruptions are significantly minimized. Solutions we found in our research were green infrastructure development that would actually reduce runoff and restores natural water absorption, smart drainage system, for example, automated floodgate systems for responsive water management, urban settlement programs that would be, for example, developing safer vehicles, housing projects, a community-based flood preparedness. The mapping of local flood would be an example of that, and public/private partnership is to invite tech startups and civil engineering firms to co-create solutions. And to put all those solutions in a priority matrix, we would categorize smart drainage system and community flood mapping as the high impact and high feasibility. We think those would be the most effective solutions and the most realistic. Urban settlement and comprehensive buffer zone restoration would still be high impacting, but less realistic, so low feasibility. And then educational campaigns, tree planting drives would be very feasible to achieve, but lower impact, and then you would be left over with nationwide policy reform, which is both low impact and low feasibility. That would be actually the worst solution, we think.
After setting our priority matrix, we move on to POKE, which is a management framework for problem-solving implementation strategies. For planning, we conduct flood vulnerability assessments, identify pilot neighborhoods, and allocate budget for green and smart infrastructure. To organize this, we collaborate with local governments like Bandung City, NGOs for disaster risk reduction, startups for smart sensors and green tech, and universities like ITB and UNPAD. For actuating, we implement pilot projects, train local leaders on emergency protocols, and install drainage sensors and warning systems. To control this, we monitor flood frequency and severity pre- and post-intervention, use KPIs to reduce flood events, decrease emergency response time, and property loss, and gather feedback from communities and iterate solutions. Expected impacts in the short term are improved early warning response, faster community evacuations and response via smart alert systems, reduced surface flooding, green infrastructure, and better drainage reduced water accumulation in high-risk areas, and community awareness and engagement through local participation in mapping and planning fosters ownerships and resilience of locals. For long-term impacts, we expect lower economic loss, protection of home, businesses, and public infrastructure from recurring flood damage, health and safety improvements through decreased exposure to waterborne diseases and fewer displaced cases, urban stability, more climate resilient, livable city with proactive environmental planning, and models for other cities. Bandung becomes a scalable blueprint for other flood-prone urban centers in Indonesia.
In conclusion, flooding in Bandung is a multidimensional crisis caused by rapid urban growth, poor infrastructure, and the growing impacts of climate change. Our root cause analysis highlights the urgent need for better drainage, city planning, and early warning systems. We've proposed practical, high-impact solutions that are both technologically feasible and community-driven, built using the POAC framework and a priority matrix to guide action. Ultimately, to solve urban flooding, we must lead collaboratively, combining innovation, data, community participation, and long-term planning to build a more resilient Bandung.
So that's all from Group 7. We hope that this presentation will bring good impact to the environment. Thank you.